Hello, so my name is Linas. I am 17 years old. I go to school. I'm in the 11th grade, but I also own an online business. I'm actively on self improvement, seeking ways to improve my life, my health, my physique, my knowledge. And starting your morning right is one of the most important and easiest things you can do to guarantee you have an amazing day. Because whenever you start off your morning from the wrong foot, right, with negative emotions, something bad happens, perhaps you slip up into scrolling or whatever it is, you literally just mess up your entire day. So it is very, very important that you conquer the morning. And recently, I've been doing pretty well. So I just wanted to share my morning routine with you because I think you will be able to take away a lot of the stuff that I'm about to share with you. But just so you know, it's not a difficult routine, right? It's no some bullshit scientifically based stuff. No, it's just like simple stuff that needs to be done. Nothing to like push your body to the limit or like do something super intense, because if you do something that is really demanding in the morning, in the long term you probably will just not want to wake up. You will be feeling bad, and the morning routine will just not work for you in the long term. So let's get right into some of the notes that I've prepared for you. So the most important thing, I would say, from this list, one of the most important things are setting yourself up for the morning in the first place. So the night before, you need to put your phone to charge in another room. You cannot have it here with you in the room. You need to put it as far away from you as possible. So throughout the night, throughout the evening, throughout the morning, you would not pick up your phone, because literally the phone is your number one enemy. If you can just beat that enemy, you will already have a 10 times better morning routine. That's guaranteed. So just keep your phone in another room, and that's like one of the biggest takeaways you can get from this video. Just whatever whatever excuse you're telling yourself that you need to keep your phone close to you, get them out of your head. Put your phone in another room. Okay, that's number one. And then continuing with the phone, you need to your entire goal from the morning routine needs to be to delay picking up the phone for as long as possible. The later you will pick it up, the less of a chance there is that you will actually mess it all up. You don't check any notifications, you don't slip up into the YouTube shorts, into the Instagram reels, into the TikTok. The longer you stay without your phone, the more control you will have for your day, and the less of a chance there is that you will actually just slip right into these unproductive habits. So make it your goal. So every single day you can even do like a game or competition. I'm gonna try to pick up my phone later than I did yesterday, and you just do this some sort of a challenge. Perhaps you even get some friend of yours to do it with you, because the phone is usually your biggest enemy. Of course, the same goes for laptops, computers, but I would say it's at least for me the mobile phone is a way easier thing to slip into. So that's mainly it. And then once I get out of my bed, if I feel bad, if I feel negative, I don't go out of bed. I will only go out of bed until I get a smile on my face. I need to make myself smile. I even force myself to smile, and I start thinking about some positive things. Just something to set myself up for the day, because you don't want to go into the day with any negative thoughts, negative mood. You don't want to wake up foggy and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. Because what happens then? You simply seek for an escape. You pick up your phone, you start scrolling. You lose. You lose. So try to simply, yeah, do that. Hype yourself up. You can also do that in the evening. Say, I'm gonna have an amazing day tomorrow. I'm gonna have an amazing day tomorrow. I'm so excited, so excited. And then what will happen is that when you wake up, you will not know why, but you will just be like excited to get out of bed and just go into your day. And then once you actually get out of bed, you just make your bed. That's like one of the easiest things. I make my bed because it already gives me like a little win. Of course, you've probably heard this thing, but then also from an aesthetic perspective, I just see my bed made, and I don't know how it works, some psychological thing, but I just feel as if I'm in a bit more control. Like I have more control over my environment, and it doesn't look messy. I then don't feel like bad about how my room looks, and then I go scroll on my phone because I'm looking for an escape from those negative thoughts. So if you can just make your bed in the morning, I literally just get out of bed. It takes me 10 seconds. I pull one corner, I'll pull on the other corner, the other, boom, done. Literally that easy. And then what I do Of course, I go to the toilet. I weigh myself. I write down my weight because I like to keep track of things, even though I don't have any goal weight right now. But I just like to see, um, how things are going. What I do then is I pick up my Bible and I read it. So, if you're a Christian, preferably you just pick up a Bible, New Testament, whatever, and just read a little bit. I try to read for 20 minutes. But if you're not religious, I mean, hopefully you will be at some point. But if you're not, pick up some sort of a book, perhaps some sort of book with some positive stuff in it. There are some books where, for example, you can read some nice quotes to prime you for the day, some nice reflections. If you find something like that, that would be great. Just because you already start feeling productive because you open a book, but then also inside that book you find some of the things that will help you um, throughout the day. They just literally prime you, hype you up. So it is a very very positive thing to have. And then once I'm done reading my Bible, what I do is I sit a little bit in silence. So for a couple of minutes, I would just simply sit in silence. I would close my eyes, think something positive. I force a smile on my face, so I start smiling like that. And then I start thinking of positive things, something that I'm grateful about. And then once I'm done, I pick up a little notebook, and then I just write the date. I write the hour that I'm writing the journal, and then I just write some things that I'm grateful about. So I write like very, very little. If you see, I filled out the entire page. I do that in the evening, but in the morning, I just write something like very short. I'm so grateful. I don't know, for my family, for this beautiful sunshine, for the computer that I have, for whatever. Um, but yeah, just find something to be grateful for, and you're gonna be priming yourself up for the day, feeling way, way, way better. Then, what I do is I go outside to look into the sun. So I just go into my balcony, but you can also just go outside if you live in a house. But what I do is I just go outside my balcony. I'm still barefoot, basically naked. If even if it's cold, just because I go there for a very very short time, I just literally just stare into the sun. It really gives me some vitamin D. It wakes me up. And I don't know if it works for you as well, but whenever I just go outside and I look into the sun, especially when it's not cloudy, I instantly get a smile on my face by default. It's like super, super positive. I start feeling super, super positive. So force yourself to just look into the sun. You can even swap this because ideally you want to get the sun in your eyes, in your face, as early as possible in the morning. But these things that I just talked about, they would take me like 20 minutes. So I just look at the sun 20 minutes later. But what you can also do is have this thing as the first habit in your morning. You just simply go outside, you look into the sun, and then you can move on into your routine. But yeah, I like it just more that way. But it's your preference; you choose what you like. And then, ideally, you would go for a walk in the morning. I am basically forced to go for a walk because I just walk to school. I live very close, which is a privilege. But yeah, I just go for a walk, and you can do the same if you go somewhere, or yeah, you go to work or to a school, or even if you don't, just go for a short walk, 30 minutes walk, 20 minutes walk. It just makes you feel very very better, especially on those days when the sun is shining. You're just literally priming yourself up, absorbing all of the sun, good emotions. Perhaps you say hi to some of the people that you see on the street. It's very very nice. And then in terms of eating, right? Because I didn't mention breakfast here anywhere. Well, I would ideally delay breakfast for as long as possible. I mean, not as long as possible. I would say like an hour, right? Like an hour, you don't eat anything, and then once you eat something light. Because whenever you instantly get something to eat in the morning, it usually kind of knocks you out of the rhythm. You start thinking more about the food, of how hungry you are. Perhaps you start picking up some sweet stuff, and it's really like messes up your morning routine, and you sometimes even start feeling a bit guilty because of it. So ideally, you would not eat the first thing in the morning. But yeah, that is mainly it. If you do this right, you will set yourself up for success for the day to come. Even if you then mess up a bit later into the day, you usually will not feel as guilty or as bad, simply because you already conquered the morning. And it's going to be way, way, way easier to, even if you slip up a couple of times throughout the day, to get out of the rut and get into a good rhythm, simply because you conquered the morning. But if you lose the morning, you're not going to win the day. Almost never. So, I hope this helps. If you want a longer video on how, for example, I plan my day and the evening for success, well, let me know and I'll make a video on that as well. But hopefully this was very, very helpful. Hope this gave you some positivity, and that you're going to take action on this. You're going to just sketch something up for yourself just so you can have a look at it. But don't go too far into these videos looking for, these routines, simply because you don't need something super complicated or some scientific stuff. No, you just need some of the things that you think are useful for you to have. Not have your phone near you so that it doesn't corrupt the things that you actually want to do. And then yeah, just you just need to get done the things in the morning that you feel like are useful, right? You don't need to go for a cold shower or for a run to, kill yourself. uh I mean, physically, you just need to do some of the things that will actually have a good impact on you and that you can stick through with for a long time. So hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for watching. God bless you.